Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Ready for the weekend. We got some good rain. It looks like the edge of the clouds are rolling in there. We got some clear skies over there in the western sky. Got to do something good for breakfast today. I think maybe do some pancakes and ham. It's one of my favorite combos. It really is. Oh, I got an early start today. I was up probably around 5:30. It's tough. It's really tough getting up when it's so dark out, right? Really is. You want to go to bed early. You just want to snuggle up in bed. Man, I wish it stayed later. I love summer. Love summer. 9:30. It's light out. You feel like being up. You feel like staying out. The sunshine comes up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's just awesome. So yesterday, the weekend, I'm excited for the weekend. It's going to be awesome weekend, going to be beautiful, gorgeous, so much going on. Really excited. Got football in Grand Island tomorrow morning. I love that. I know that Gay Thompson is working really hard to get some flyers out. I know I've requested some people to reach out to Gay to give her a hand, guys. She really, really, really could use a hand. We are very, very close on 2 seats in particular. And if we get this information and these phone calls out, guys, we can turn the tide. We can get those votes and change those seats, get a win. That would be huge for everybody to see that. And it would be a great start. I'm already reaching out to friends and asking them, if they want to run for office, which is great too. If you guys are interested, please reach out to me, message me. We'll have a conversation. We'll sit down. We'll orchestrate and organize and figure out what your plan is going to be for what you can do to run, whether it's for town council, whether it's for town supervisor, whether it's for town highway department, and even guys, you can run for town attorney. Town attorneys don't need any education. They don't need any legal education. You don't need a degree to be a town lawyer. Now you say, well, how can that be? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't make the rules. They make the rules. But, that's another position that, we can run for. And we can start to take back everything. But if you do want to help, if you want to help Gay, that is the big thing. I need people, guys. She needs people. Message me. If you're just like, hey, I got an hour, give it to her. She's going to love it She's going to love it. And don't be afraid, guys. Don't be intimidated. Don't be nervous. You don't have to talk to anybody. All you're doing is you're taking a little piece of flyer. We have all the addresses of the people who are Republicans or independents or conservatives, and that they are likely to vote for this candidate. They just need to know who the candidate is. It's not like you're going up and needing to talk to them. You don't need to knock on the door. You don't need to say anything. All you do, it goes around the door handle. You put it right on the door handle, the screen door or the regular door, whichever door they have. It's got the hole in it with the slot. Put it on really easy. You walk through the neighborhood. And you can make it what a lot of people do it with their kids. It's an opportunity to show them what civics are. It shows them how they can be involved in the political process. And while you're doing it, take some time beforehand, do a little bit of research. Research about the Constitution, because I know you don't know. I know I don't know. I only know what, the basics. I only know. We should all know that Constitution inside and out, some of us do, but, do some research. There's a lot of great YouTube channels. If that's the way you learn and absorb information, if reading is a way, there's so many places to go. And guys, Patty's on right now, and she showed me the Tuttle Twins, their books that this guy did for his kids that are geared for 5 to 10-year-olds, but they're really for any age. And you read through it, it's just the basics. And with the basics, you can educate yourself. And you'll be like, holy shit, I didn't know this. And then you can read those books with your kids or share that information with your kids as you're walking around, or another friend. And as you build, see, this is why we're at the place that we're at right now in our area and in so many other parts of our country. They dumbed down our education process. They didn't educate us on politics. They didn't educate us on civics. History, a little bit, okay, but not much. You had the different classes, but, those teachers were usually washouts and drunks. I know in my schools they were. And, it's kind of one of those running jokes that's, where, those type of people go to in the schools. So a lot of us, and look at me, guys, this is something I'm passionate about. I was in the Navy, and, I don't even know this stuff as well as I should. I should be educated, but it's a great opportunity to get out there. And if you know anybody, guys, even if it's not you, and you say, look at my Saturdays and my Sundays or myself, guys, Gay Thompson, I'm going to tell you she's 40, and she's going to love me for saying that. But Gay Thompson is doing this, so much of it by herself. Gina Gentry is there doing what she's doing. Taylor Zablonsky is doing what she's doing. Joe Pabilski is doing what he's doing. Nancy Orticelli is doing what she's doing. Starla's out there. Jen is out there. Other Jen is out there. Mary's out there helping and doing. But they need more help. They can't do everything, guys. More hands make light work. And they need that help. This critical time, we can take some of these offices. So message me if you're interested at all in doing any of that stuff. Need to talk about the Marching Patriots Parade in West Seneca. You got to love these plaza owners and these businesses where their plazas are completely empty, and not so much Southgate Plaza. Southgate Plaza, a lot of people shop there. But Southgate Plaza found out that we were doing our rally, our parade, and we were staging there at Southgate Plaza. And Southgate Plaza contacted us and said, you can't do that. You got to love it. They actually contacted West Seneca Police, and then West Seneca Police contacted us. And, so Southgate Plaza says, no, we're not for America. We're not for freedom. We're not for patriots. We're not for freedom fighters. We're not for the American way. That's not what we're about. That's what the Southgate Plaza says. That's what Benderson Development says as well. That's what Benderson Development in East Aurora says, guys. So don't forget that these people stand against America. They stand against Americans. They stand against our right to parade or peacefully protest. They stand against military and anybody that supports them. They stand against law enforcement and anybody that supports them. East Aurora School District stands against them as well. East Aurora Advertiser stands against all of those things as well. And I can't say that Southgate Plaza, does. The owners of them. But what I can say, East Aurora Advertiser, East Aurora School System, and Benderson, they stand for Antifa. They stand for Black Lives Matter. They stand for Surge Western New York Liberation Collective. They stand for and with terrorists. Local businesses here are funding Black Lives Matter terrorist organization. We've seen their posts. We see how violent they are. They see what they say. Now, Facebook takes us down for having a completely peaceful page. And guys, don't make any mistake about it. It's not Facebook, and it is Facebook. They're endorsing it. They're allowing it to happen. It is, and if you guys know attorneys, please message me. We need to compile a group of constitutional attorneys that are conservative-minded, that are originalists, that will attack these people, these criminals. With Facebook, we need to go after the Facebook checkers. We need to go after those businesses that are working with Facebook. We need to sue the hell out of them. If Facebook uses the fact that they are a platform as protection and we can't sue them, then let's sue the businesses that are affiliated with them because they are not protected. they are subject to civil lawsuits. And let's wait for Trump to deplatform Facebook and open them up to lawsuits, because we're going to sue the hell out of them then. But for now, let's go after the fact checkers with Facebook. Message me, guys. If you have attorneys, we're trying to get these guys to collect. We're trying to get them to organize. And attorneys, they work together well when they need something, right? Anytime they need something from the judge, anytime they need something from another attorney, anytime they need something for a case, they're the sweetest, most charming, charismatic individuals you'll ever see, right? And they don't like to volunteer. They'll volunteer their money all day long. They'll support different things. But, it's like real estate agents. Most real estate agents are extremely, they're cut from a very specific cloth. I don't want to do anything to insult any of the real estate agents out there. And you guys who are good real estate agents, you know what I mean. Lawyers, the same thing. They're cut from the same cloth, right? But they need to come together. If they're like-minded like this, they are an integral and instrumental part of everything that we're doing. And the reason they're an integral and instrumental part is because we need to start filing all of these civil suits, all of these criminal suits. We need to start changing the legislation so it supports each and every one of us, and that it doesn't support the criminals that occupy these offices right now. Our government offices, the people's offices, because that's what they are. These people don't think that they're the people's offices anymore. They don't think that they're the people's employees. How many times have you spoken to a court employee, highway department employee, administration, assessor's office, and they treat you like scum? You don't mean anything to them. You're just a piece of garbage. Why are you making them work? Why are you asking them questions? They're the authority. That all needs to change, guys. That's needed to change for decades. And it just gets progressively worse. As these people get more entitled, they get more emboldened. As their numbers grow within these government agencies, they feel untouchable. With attorneys, we make them touchable. Not in that way. It is Friday, though. It is Frolicking Friday. Frolicking Friday. We're supposed to be dancing, right? Frolicking. I'm going to skip. But I guess you can touch somebody that way if you want to today. I hope you got somebody that you can touch that way. Do it legally. Make sure you're in a relationship. At least maybe it's an assumed relationship. Pick up the phone and call. It's Friday. It's Frolicking Friday. We're getting into Sexy Saturday. Sensual Saturday. Oh yeah. Sensual Saturday. I get the deep radio voice going on for that. So, anyways, I got off on a tangent there. Touching. I got all into the touching stuff. So, anyways, but we need these attorneys, guys. We really need these attorneys. That we need them to support us and support us legally. To attack everybody. They have the National Guild of Attorneys, of Lawyers. Sorry for that, Nikki. Sorry you guys had to see that. But anyways, we need them. National Guild of Lawyers has 30,000 strong across the country, and they're represented here in Western New York, fighting for their terrorists. They're fighting for their terrorists. They're complicit. And we're going to start attacking these National Guild of Lawyers as well with lawsuits, because they are complicit and they are witnessing crimes and they are not saying and doing anything about those crimes. That is reason for them to be disbarred. So, getting back to the Southgate Plaza stands against freedom. They stand against the military. And I don't know if they stand for Antifa, but they certainly stand against patriots in America and Americans, because they said, we don't want these people. Called up the West Seneca police. We don't want these people here. But the beautiful thing is this. Guess what? West Seneca police, unlike Tonawanda Police Department, who is riddled with ineptitude and incompetence and leftist Marxists, not the entire department, I'm sure, because I looked into the faces of those brave men and women that were out there on Friday, last week Friday, that were like, dude, I want to. Literally on their face, they're like, dude, I so bad, I want to arrest this person. So bad, I want to stop them from occupying the streets. And I don't know what percentage. Tonawanda Police Department does. Guys, if you're a member of Tonawanda Police Department, or if you know somebody, you need to start making these people that are in charge accountable. Tell people so that they can make them accountable, so you're not put at risk. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell the watchmen, tell freedom fighters, tell your representative in your area so that they can go after them. Guys, you can simply go in to your office right now. This is something, Eric Jones, amazing, brilliant mind. Something you can do, and this is a fact. You can go into any office right now, law enforcement, your political office, administrative offices. You can go into any one of those and ask for their oath of office, if it's current and legal, and their bond. If they aren't operating with either one of those, or they're expired, that means that their position is vacant. They cannot legally and lawfully or constitutionally perform their duties unless they have their oath and it's current. They have to renew that every 2 years, or if they're bonded. If either one of those expire, and most of them are expired, their office is vacant, and they should not be receiving any money, and any decision that they make or render while they are in office is null and void. It's moot. Moot. That word, is it mute or moot? It's a moot point, right? It's a moot point, but you got to mute the button. I don't know what word it is. It's invalid. There, we'll use that word. It's invalid. Any decision that they make is invalid. Guys, that's a fact. These people, Eric Jones, they know what's up. These people have been fighting for this for a long time, and this is a part of what we're going to do to start taking down this establishment. Any decisions that they have made based on not being bonded or under or oathed, and that's expired, we're coming after them. You're gone. You're gone. Your office is vacant. And that goes to judges too, guys. Any person who occupies a government office is employed by the people. So again, I got off on another tangent. But remember that, guys. Don't forget that. Valuable, invaluable piece of information for when we start to come after these guys even more. So West Seneca, and that's to the Tonawanda Police, guys. You can do that too. Go after your lieutenant, that scumbag lieutenant or that scumbag captain that are leftist Marxist sympathizers. Go after your town council people. Go after your town supervisor that put you at risk, that put your neighborhoods at risk, that made you go, dude, I want to, but I can't. They're telling me I can't. Because you're at risk for going against your oath of office. You're at risk for not being bonded. You're at risk for losing your position and your position being vacant if you don't stand up. That's just facts, guys. I'm not saying I'm going to attack you guys physically, verbally. That's not what we're going to do. But legally and lawfully, you are exercising and performing your duties right now. Or you're illegally and unlawfully exercising your duties. You're violating your oath of office. So make sure, you guys are doing that stuff and holding these people accountable. So West Seneca Police Department contacted Marching Patriots and said, guys, come to the town hall. We don't care. It's a public meeting place. Come to the town hall. Remember how Hamburg said, nope, can't have a politically motivated rally. They don't, Hamburg, those people are so out of their minds, unhinged, illogical, irrational, just maniacs, that they really think that town office, that town hall is not the people's office. They're a perfect example and representation of how off the reservation these town council people and supervisors are, that they feel entitled that is their position, that is their building. It's not. Every position held by anybody in any one of these towns, that is the people's position. That is the people's house. West Seneca, come on in. Park up and down wherever you want. Go up and down. You're going to have a big parade. Great. So you guys got to know, some of us are going to be down at the Southgate Plaza, redirecting everybody down to the town hall. But if you planned on coming, and I know a lot of you did, share this video. Let people know that the new staging location is West Seneca Town Hall. It's literally a quarter of a mile up the road from Southgate Plaza. We will have people at Southgate Plaza directing you to go down to West Seneca Town Hall so that you can park there. There are plenty of side streets that you'll be able to park on as well, because their parking lot is going to fill up fast. They have their parking lot is behind the town hall and the police department, and it's also, there's a hockey arena that's there as well that you can park in. And then the side streets, you'll be able to park everywhere as well. And if after the rally, Mary Beth and Nick Charlap's Ice Cream right there on Main Street in West Seneca, make sure you stop in before and make sure you stop in after, because they're great people and they've got great ice cream. It's really, really good. I miss going in there. I'm off the sugar. I don't want to get the diabetes. I don't know, the sugar gives me the headache. You know, I used to get that stupid headache. Coffee, I love coffee. I want coffee. But I got off the coffee because it gives you that withdrawal, gives you that headache, right? But thank you, West Seneca Police Department. Thank you, West Seneca Town Hall, for standing up for us and our freedoms and our rights and allowing us to come there. Thank you for doing what you did. So guys, if you know anybody in the West Seneca Police Department, please make sure you let them know. And make sure you let them know that you appreciate what they did for us. So thank you, West Seneca Police Department. This Tuesday, upcoming Tuesday, Mikey D's out in East Aurora, 6 p.m. is our Breathe Free New York event. All right? Now we got this on track. Heather Lorenzo is on the case, and she is getting all of these restaurants set up so that we can work a couple or a few months out. And if we get so many, we can do another date, another day during the week. And if we have too many people, we can, rather than going at 6, we can split between 5:30 and 7 so that we're not overwhelming them. But guys, if you're going to go, message me. Go to Breathe Free New York. Leave a message there. I can get you, what we're trying to do is text message everybody, because health department is monitoring this, obviously. So they'll be there. Antifa and Black Lives Matter are monitoring this, so they'll be there as well. But we're not doing anything wrong. We're abiding by what the health department says, and that we're doing that. But we're going to reach out to everybody. Once we get our numbers up within Breathe Free New York, all of the locations that we're going to are going to be, we're not going to disclose them. Once we get our numbers up to 400 or 500 people in our texting group, and we're not going to do emails. Most people don't do emails, but we're going to do our texting group, and we may do a messenger group, but I don't think we are within Facebook. We're not going to trust that. We're going to do our messaging group, and we're going to get those messages out to all the members of the group so that you guys can make a decision, RSVP. And if we get 120 RSVPs, we'll go to the owner and we'll say, hey, can we do 2 days? Can we do this day and this day, this time, and this time, and this time? Guys, they would love that. And I know you guys want to go out to eat. I know you guys want to get out. And these restaurants are suffering, and we can help them. Guys, every restaurant that we've gone to has been so grateful and so thankful for us to have been there. That we were there to support them. So if you guys want to be a part of that, message me on that as well. So that is our next event. That's going to be this Tuesday, 6 p.m. And we can be out there, taking video of all the members of Antifa and Black Lives Matter and all the Karens and the snitches and the narcs that are going to show up, those 4 or 5 people that show up to every one. And then we can maybe meet some of those tyrannical, maniacal health department officials that the rest of the health department hates. Because apparently there's only like a dozen of these maniacs that are out there. These Nazis, these Hitlers, that they feel like they're doing everybody a service. even though their leader, Cuomo, came out yesterday. We have his voice recorded. It's legitimate. Mark Molinaro, Republican candidate for governor, put it on his Twitter. Cuomo came out and said none of the lockdowns, none of this is valid or legitimate. It's not about science. It's about fear. Literally what he said. I played it yesterday for you guys. Where's the news and media coverage on that? We're still wearing masks. Schools aren't open. But Mark Molinaro, Republican candidate for governor, on his Twitter page said that, has Cuomo's voice. He doesn't even type what Cuomo said. It's Cuomo's own voice saying this is about fear, not science. That he doesn't want to do all of these lockdown measures. Yeah, right. Okay. It's the people that are insisting. It's the small businesses that are insisting. And if you guys don't believe me, go to Mark Molinaro's Twitter page, pull up or Google it. You're not going to be able to Google it. They won't have it. They'll have buried it already. But go to, Twitter or go to DuckDuckGo and search Cuomo's admission on Twitter about, this being about fear, not science. Like I said, I played it yesterday. I showed you guys where to go yesterday. It's just insane. Where was the media coverage? There's nothing. Nobody is covering this. Why? We just did a rally the other day, and right after the rally, he comes out and says this is about fear, not science. This is the back of a hatchet approach where you're just swinging at everything, and it's not scalpel precision. He is shutting down seniors' lives, shutting down churches, threatening churches to close again, threatening for a new round of lockdowns, keeping kids out from playing sports, talking about forced vaccinations when there's dozens of treatments, but it's not him. It's about fear, not science. His words. Insane, guys. Absolutely insane. I'm going to wrap it up. It's making it a short one here. Lot to do today. A lot of a Constitutional Coalition meeting last night. Very, very good. Thank you so much to those patriots and those freedom fighters in that group. I'm not going to give their names, but Nancy and Nick Orticelli, they organized that, and then everybody else that is a part of that. Those patriots, love those guys. They're funny. They make it fun. They make the meeting fun. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's fast. They get on. They go to here. They go to here. It's not redundant. And, so I was honored to be a part of that. Dwayne Whitmer was there, and Paul, his campaign manager, was there last night, Libertarian candidate for Congress. Familiarize yourselves with Dwayne, guys. He owns an accounting firm. He is a patriot. He's a freedom fighter. He has been for a very, very long time. Make sure. Good morning, Seth. How you doing, brother? Good morning, Morgan. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Ken. Good morning, Kim. When you guys do some research on him and, look in to see if you agree with him. But he is another candidate that we are supporting. So thank you so much to the Constitutional Coalition. Thank you to Watchmen, guys. Watchmen right now are doing things that not even your local law enforcement are doing. All right? Local law enforcement is not doing their jobs, guys. They are not following Antifa. They are not following these terrorist groups, these terrorist organizations on their Facebook pages, literally in these groups. They're telling people to bring cans of soup, to attack the suburbs, to attack Whitey, to stand strong and they're shaming black members who say, I don't want to be a part of that. They're saying, you need to. Now, we've got it all. We've got the screenshots. Antifa, Black Lives Matter, One Society, Surge, Western New York Liberation Collective, all of these people are out there spewing hate and violence and vitriol. They're saying, and they're inciting riots. They're telling people, go out into the neighborhoods, into the city, into your communities, into the white neighborhoods, so that they can suffer like allegedly the black community has been suffering. And they feel justified in this. And then your local police departments aren't doing anything. Town of Tonawanda isn't doing anything to research this. We at Watchmen are. And we're sending this information to local law enforcement. And local law enforcement is like, thanks, we appreciate it, but whatever. Insane. Terrorists, Antifa, domestic terrorists, Black Lives Matter, domestic terrorists. They're saying hurt people. They are saying damage property. They are saying assault people. They are condoning and advocating and giving information out there about bringing soup cans to rallies and protests so that they can throw them. Now tomorrow, guys, be careful down in the city. There is a women's march. A women's march. Now Antifa has occupied that. Black Lives Matter have occupied and taken over and sabotaged the women's march, which the women's march was always a bunch of leftist, Marxist, radical, out of their mind, insane Karens, right? Cat ladies. It was, because the feminists that I know work their ass off at a 40 to 60 hour a day job, week job. Yeah, 40 or 60 hours a day. That'd be fun. They have their kids, they raise their kids, they support their kids, they volunteer, they fight. They're probably in the military or were in the military. They do their job commendably. They help their kids out. And those are the feminists that I know. These feminists, they're psychopaths. They're sociopaths. You know, they've never done anything in their life meaningful or representative of America or to help somebody. They think they are because they're listening to The View. You're listening to Late Night Talk Show. They're listening to Feinstein and Pelosi and Maxine Waters and all these other psychopaths that are inciting riots, which I don't know why that isn't treason. I don't know why they're not being arrested. But this Saturday, I'm not certain of what time it is. We will have a presence down there. And, you know, I'm not going to say which size the presence or who is who or who is what, anything like that. But we will have a presence down there. And as we usually do. But be mindful of this women's march tomorrow, guys. Because Black Lives Matter and Antifa are saying, yeah, we're going to use this to create some more chaos and damage some more property and assault some more people. So be careful, guys. When you're down in Buffalo, avoid Niagara Square. I don't want to see you guys attacked like Joanna was attacked. Be very mindful of it, all right? Tomorrow, be on the lookout. We don't know what their route is, which typically it's Elmwood or it's Delaware. So, guys, if you know anybody who owns a business down there, Buffalo law enforcement is not going to be out there to protect these people. They're not. They're just not going to do it. And they're not going to do it because the people at the top, the police commissioner, Mayor Byron Brown, pulling cars, DA John Flynn, are not doing anything about it. They're telling them to not even arrest them. They're telling them to hand them out, appearance tickets. Appearance tickets, yeah, like they're going to appear. So if you know anybody that owns a business down in that area, please notify them. If they own a business on Chippewa, I suggest if you have security, get your teams of security out there, get your video cameras up, board things up if you can, but Women's March is marching tomorrow, and we know because we are inside the Black Lives Matter and Antifa groups what they are planning. We've seen it. They are planning to use this as a stage to attack and create chaos. And if you are a part of Women's March, and you're actually somebody who genuinely is marching for women's rights, I don't even understand it. I'm going to digress into this really quickly. How can anybody want to march for women's rights at this point? Like, you seriously, just like you're marching for black rights, like, you have to be completely oblivious to reality. Well, there's a pay disparity, Pete. Is there? There's not. Every position in every government office and every corporation that is the same position, there are laws on the books that say you have to be paid the same. Whoa, but Pete, if you're a construction job or this, yeah, well, women have banking jobs and they have nursing jobs that most men don't occupy. And they do those jobs very capably. There's no pay disparity. In the higher echelon of jobs, yes. Is there pay disparity? Yes. But how many of us are at those $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 jobs and $1 million jobs? Boo freaking who? Sorry. Sorry, you're only making 1.5 million and not 2 million, Sorry. Sorry, I'm not a bleeding heart for that, you know. But they want to take that and project it onto, you know, everybody, all women, you know, all black people. And it's just not the case. But if you are somebody that is with Women's March, you guys should be standing up against Antifa in Black Lives Matter, because if you're a legitimate organization, they're trying to sabotage and undermine your organization. And the community is going to hate your guts, because if it is truly a women's march, then, and all of a sudden, stores and everything else start getting rioted, you know, looted, burned, people are getting assaulted, you're damaging property, you're vandalizing property. Guess what? Your women's march is a joke. It's already a joke to most people, but now it's a joke to even more people. And you're using that as a false front to create chaos. They're desperate at this point, guys. They know, Antifa knows, and Surge and the National Guild of Lawyers, they're exposed at this point. They know that we know that they're using Black Lives Matter as a front. So now they got to figure out what else they can do. Well, what's the next good one? Women's March. Women's March. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do a Women's March. What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet? You don't see a whole lot of women there tomorrow marching. What do you want to bet? You see all the same faces from Antifa and Black Lives Matter. What do you want to bet? All those same angry, upset, delusional, deranged, you know, white people that are getting paid. They're getting paid. So protester, rally person, common person that's coming out because they told you got to come out and fight. Oh, and I got the names too. I got the names here. Antifa. Let's pull up some of these names here. You know, I'm feeling saucy. I'm feeling spicy. Pull up some of these names, because there was the contention the other day. There was the contention by one of theirs that said we don't know who they are. Hey, Marie, are you going to be out there? You're going to come out on Saturday. You going to be there protesting for women's rights, Marie? I'll make sure I say hi. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, baby? How about Darian? You gonna be out there, buddy? You gonna be out there, Darian? See what Darian had to say. I plan on being a force and a voice unlike this world has ever seen. Someone, I would come protest and march, but I don't want to put my black body on the line. Me, you put your black body on the line every day just by existing, brother. What's up, Darian? Hope we get to see you out there. Oh, and by the way, Marie and Darian and everybody else, FBI knows who you are. Local law enforcement know who you are. National Guild of Lawyers. Yes, yeah. Better start putting those helmets on. Better start putting their frumpy clothes on, because we know who you are too. What's up, Dom? Dominic? In the house. What's up? Who you going to be there with on Saturday, Dom? What you got going on? What you got planned, bro? Bruh? Oh, Jonathan. We love Jonathan. Jonathan, man. Good stuff. You don't know how Facebook keeps you up? Oh, Stacy. How you doing? Happy Friday, Stace. What's up? You gonna be there? You gonna be there tomorrow? Women's March with the big pink suit on, pink hat. Gonna be there? Or are you gonna be in Antifa costume, Stacy? Notice how I'm not giving your last names, guys. But we got them. Ooh, we got them. Rachel in the house. Again, same house party. But it's in their parents' basement, so they really can't have a party. Mom and Dad upstairs, all pissed off. Keep that noise down. Thought you were playing video games. No friends. No sex. Oh, God, I lost it. Let's go back up here. Stacy, we talked about Stacy. We talked about Rach. Oh, Sammy. What's up, Sammy? Sammy's pretty active. What's up? What up, boo? Let's see what Sammy's got to say in some of these posts. No, we not scared of them. We're gonna protest in a peaceful way. LOL. Oh, Rebecca, good idea. East Aurora, North Tonawanda, City of Tonawanda, Clarence, West Seneca, Orchard Park, and parts East Amherst are awful. They're terrible. There's such racists out there. They're the worst people on the planet. Funny. I know people in all of those neighborhoods, and nobody's that I know is a racist. You don't just get to call somebody Tory. Oh, and don't forget Cheektowaga. Tory, good old Tory. Tell me a story. Tell me a story, Tory. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, Mika, or Mike. Sorry, my bad, Mike. Mike's here. He's promoting it, right? Movement teach-in at 3:30. Organizers are asking you to bring your family and friends to District B Police Station. That was in September. That's Mike. Good old Mike. Darian, we talked about. Mike, we got. Darian, we talked about. Yeah, just some really, really unhappy people, guys. Very, very unhappy people. And that's just a small snippet of everybody that we got. We got you. Know who you are. That veil of anonymity that you think that mask hides. I mean, you cannot be that clueless. You cannot be that oblivious. Really? So you got a choice. Come out. Come out. Because FBI and law enforcement already know about you guys. They've seen all your posts. So keep posting. They see your hate-filled posts. Come on out. Because they know who you are. They know who to watch for. Put those helmets on. Make sure you cover the faces up. Make sure you deprive yourself of that oxygen. But Women's March tomorrow, guys. Be careful of that. I got way more names. You can't wait to share them. You know, we'll see how these people react and how they respond to this. You know, they want to go past people's houses, and we know that these people are going past our houses. They know that they're walking by in the very early morning because they're cowards and they're weak. They're infants. They're juveniles. They've never fought for anything in their life. They've never fought against anyone or anything in their life. They probably don't even have black friends. They probably don't have friends of any ethnicity, other ethnicity than their own. But they're going to be the power. You know, I mean, obviously the couple that are black, they've got their black friends, but they're probably ostracized in their own community. A lot of times you'll see these guys, they're like, come on, this, that, and everything. And nobody there. Yeah. You're that strong, powerful black voice that you want to be remembered and you're willing to die for. You're willing to die for. I am still alive, Rosalind. Good morning. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Kim. You know, but they're willing to die. That's what they say. But nobody else believes in what you have to say or what you're doing because they know what you're doing is terrorist activities. They know that you're occupying neighborhoods. They know that you're damaging and looting. They know that you're stealing and assaulting. And they don't want any part of that. They want change, just like we want change. But it's peaceful. That's what they want. That's what we all want. And nobody's showing up of any ethnicity to your Black Lives Matter and Antifa marches, Surge, Western New York Liberation Society Collective, whatever the hell it is, One Society. Nobody's showing up to that stuff because they know who funds you. They know you're a joke. They know that you're racist. They know that you're the white supremacist. They know that you're the fascist. They know that. That's why they don't show up. Nobody shows up. So last thing that I want to say is that I hear this all the time, guys, and I mentioned it a few times. Briefly, I'm going to cover this. Guys, if you have people on your page that don't like you saying what you've got to say, or you feel intimidated But and I know you guys have heard me say this time and time again, but I had 2 people tell me about this. Their experiences with family and friends. Guys, just block those people from being able to see your posts. Block yourself from seeing their posts. Because I know people that are like, I got off Facebook and I feel amazing. I'm not having to engage anybody anymore. Well, Facebook is a resource, guys. It is a tool. It is an asset. If you use it the way that it can be used. Now, the way I use it, the way I opt to use it is I shut down all the people that were combative, confrontational, that I was engaging with in a negative way. It wasn't productive. It wasn't helpful. It wasn't moving anything forward. Then when I got to meet all you guys, our family that we're putting together, this family is just so encouraging and uplifting and enriching to me. And you guys can do that too. But don't be afraid to post anything on your page. Don't be afraid that, if you've got somebody that you work with, it's super easy, or you work with, or you do business with, block them. You don't have to block them from being a friend. Just block them from being able to see what it is that's out there. Block it. Block yourself from being able to see them. They're not going to be able to see you. Go through your friends list. If you got 1,000 friends, it doesn't take that long to go through. Block, 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 block. Because what I can tell you guys is this. If you're not posting the things that you feel good about, you're being repressed. You're being oppressed. You're keeping and holding this stuff inside. And because you're keeping and holding this stuff inside, you're not able to express yourself and get rid of those feelings. So it builds up and it builds up and it builds up. And then that anxiety builds, and then depression comes in, and sadness comes in, and you're just like, oh my God. And all because you can't post what you want to post on your Facebook page, because you have these out of control, out of their mind, leftist, Marxist, socialist, communists in your family, in your friends, that are going to say something incessantly. Just block them. It's that simple. When I did that, and I was posting everything that I wanted to anyways, that one didn't stop me. But when I did that, a community and a family of people came together. And we were able to voice the things. And before I did block people were like, Pete, I love your voice. For 8 years, I can't post what you post and write. I love reading what you have to say. And I love the posts that you have, but I can't even like them for fear that somebody is going to come after me and chastise and berate me or say they're going to lose their job. And that's another thing, guys. We need to make it illegal. Absolutely illegal for them to, and somebody said, if you don't want to block their posts, don't do that. Dorothy just said, you can watch their posts. It's two-sided. You can block them from seeing your post, but you could still see their posts. But, people are like, you're our voice. You say the things. I may not agree with everything that you say, but I agree with the way that you present it. And a lot of what you say I agree with, but I can never say that. So don't ever think that you're in the minority, guys, because you're not. You're in the overwhelming majority. It is these lunatics, these mentally ill people that are completely out of their minds, that they obsess over us, that they will do everything that they can to shame and intimidate and ridicule and falsely accuse. That's what they do. Those are their tactics. Don't allow them to do that to you. Block them and express yourself, because I can tell you this, you're going to find, for being that freedom fighter, for having that courage to be that patriot, you're going to find that you're going to have dozens and dozens and dozens of people, or hundreds and hundreds of people messaging you privately because they're afraid of somebody seeing their message. Then they're going to be like, oh my God, I love what you're saying. I love what you do. Please keep doing it. I love reading your posts. You guys, the same things are going to happen. You guys feel and think the same way that I do. Sharing this information, you're going to find out how many people on your page of all political ideologies are going to respect you for doing what you're doing. And then as you find those couple or others that you weren't able to filter out, you remove them. You don't remove them, but you block them from being able to see what they've got going on. I got to get going. I got to get some breakfast in me. I got to get workout in. Lots of work to do, but it was great seeing all your beautiful faces, lovely faces, and enjoy your day. Enjoy your Friday. Happy Friday, Frolicking Friday. If you missed it earlier, I did a little frolicking dance. You can go back in the video and see that. And enjoy your day, guys. If anything does happen today, let me know. Message me so that I can see it and that I can get that information and intel into the right hands. And then if there is anything that is happening more in the community, let us know so that we can respond to it. And enjoy your day. And I'll be back on tomorrow. But if anything does happen, I'll be back on later. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye.